We had a queue that went around the block, and people waited patiently for between 1.5 and 3 hours for their tours.
A lot of people immediately like, whoa, step back, what's going on?
The public loves our product. We are able to show our consumers something new, something different.
So far, we have been getting pretty heartfelt and sincere responses from the community.
People who started buying the stuff are actually students, parents, collectors, tourists.
CNN has voted it one of the top 10 augmented reality apps.
It was one of the most watched documentary of the year. Within 2 months, there was 2 repeat telecasts and all the DVDs has been sold out. The public contributed their stories to us, and we created a piece of work which is formed by phone conversation, forming a narrative thread.
What if Singapore was still a kampong in the year 2011? And to bring people into a possibility, an alternate universe, what could have happened?
The iPhone platform is something that everyone has. People use it for entertainment, for play, for communication, and because they have it with them all the time, it's a great opportunity for us to get our heritage message through a device that people hold and carry with them all the time.
I was excited to actually able to incorporate heritage into visual arts, as well as getting the whole component of arts and heritage into our business.
I talk to a lot of students and they go, history is boring, heritage is boring, Singapore is boring. They are very disgruntled. But when you put history into a game and you get to challenge each other, and then it becomes something entirely different.
I hope this series can reach out to the younger generation and also the older generation in Singapore or overseas to remind them of the culture and heritage that we used to have.
The difficulties that we faced before we hooked up with NHP, we would explain to people we want to show art in people's private homes and take the general public around on a tour. There weren't that many people who believed we could actually pull it off.
We were trying to raise funds to make this documentary, and we approached a lot of different organizations who felt that memories and nostalgia doesn't really worth much. I mean, without the Heritage Board, I don't think we can do this.
Being a small company, this additional support from NHB certainly helps us to be a bit more bold in our proposal and able to take that step forward to try something different.
它给我们心态意识上的一个希望，就是说至少国家也对这件事也非常重视了。
We are someone to guide us along this, right? And also being someone to say we want heritage to come forward. We're not just saying it blankly. We're going to help you, and we're going to help you to a big way. It's an amazing, amazing step.
It gave us the encouragement that someone believed in us, which is important when you're starting out. We benefited a lot of being able to tap into the rich network of NHB as well.
It incentivizes people, lets people know that the government are seeing that heritage is important and they want to support it, and I think that's a tremendous encouragement for everyone.
The Heritage Industry Incentive Program seeks to encourage the development of new and innovative products and services. We welcome projects that generate awareness and an appreciation of Singapore's heritage, as well as promote museum going.
Singapore has a wealth of heritage that's not tapped on. We're talking about stories, we're talking about lifestyle. I think there's a long way for heritage to go in Singapore as a business.
I think it's just a matter of sitting down there and thinking out of the box and thinking, okay, what do we do something which is different, someone's never done before?
I think the great opportunity is that the space for expression is widening. There's digital, there's new technologies, and that means that there's more platform for getting out there.
We hope to receive more project submissions that actually facilitate community engagement in heritage and museum activities.
Just the funding itself is not going to be sufficient to create a program. It's very important to stay true to what it is you really want to achieve and really to have a lot of determination.
你在做这件事之前，一定要有充分的心理准备和资金的准备。
Know your market, do your research, do your homework, make sure you know exactly what you want to do, and then approach the guys from HIP.
If you have a story to tell, if you have a keen interest in trying to preserve our memories, I think the Heritage Board will be very open to listen to our ideas.
Heritage is, to a bigger picture, finding an identity to ourselves.
Heritage is different from history. In history, I feel it's about facts, whereas heritage is about shared stories, culture, anthropology, etc.
Heritage means preserving the traditions and cultures of our society, as well as memories.
All the things that really point towards how we ended up the way we are today. Over the last 4 or 5 years that I've been here, I've really seen how the heritage sector has really blossomed. But my wish is that it sort of keeps developing along that track.
That people will remember and take more interest in them. And I think I see that already. The younger people are taking more interest, and I hope this trend will continue.
Heritage not just about the olden days, but everybody with a tradition or culture will have something to share, and it will definitely brighten up the scene.
这个国家是一个多元民族的文化。多元种族的文化，那么每个种族都把自己的文化遗产发扬传承，我觉得这个国家它就很有特色。
What my great-grandma told my grandma and what my grandma told me today has all been watered down. And in 3 generations more, I'm quite sure whatever that my great-grandma believed, it's all gone. That's heritage disappearing.
传承文化遗产的时候，要真正的把它传承下去，传承到深入到每个国民的身上，让他们真正理会到几千年、几百年以前的人们留下的精髓是什么。
I think heritage means collective memories of our past, and to me, is something which is vital for us to archive for the next generation.